Hey, Rod Tompkins back here at Meadville High School for the Meadville Alumni Games, and had Todd Young and Lonnie Trentham along for that last game. Of course, that representing the classes of 1984 and 1985. I've got a class of 1987 classmate of mine. Of course, like I said, I moved away a couple years before graduation, but joined right now by Clint Baker, my old compadre and former Eagle great, especially in track and field, but a good basketball and baseball player as well. Clint joins me here. Clint, thanks a lot, bud, for coming up here.
Hey, thanks, Rod.
Absolutely good to have you. Your primary objective here is going to help me recognize players. We really battled it in that first game. I had Trentham and Young both up here, and we finally figured out which McIntyre girl was which. Of course, they're not McIntyre now, but we got a lot of married names mixed up with maiden names and everything like that. It was a real challenge, especially hardly any names on the uniforms, no numbers. It was a lot of fun, but it was also pretty difficult.
Right. I've come in and seen some of the girls' game. I didn't recognize some of them at all.
Jenny Veach, there's no mistaking her. Jenny Collins.
Right.
Tell you what, she threw about 7 or 8 passes in that game that about knocked somebody's head off. We made the determination, probably the players in the best shape still out there. Of course, we had to throw Kendra Holzer in there among them. She looks to be in great playing shape still. We had also Jenny Boone Thorne, who was a class of 88, and she was out there getting after it. But the first two we mentioned, I believe would have been your wife, Stacy Hicks Baker, who we know does a lot of distance running and things like that, and maintains herself in great shape over the years. She's one that really jumped out, but also Jenny Veach Collins. She looks like she's still ready to get out there and play.
Yeah, she don't look much different than she did in high school.
I know she didn't get any bigger, that's for sure.
That's for sure.
Well, there's a lot of players out here on these men's teams. I'm going to run them down here real quickly for folks. The purple team, Todd Fairchild going to coach them. Of course, a former coach at Hale, then over at Hamilton as well.
And
his players, class of 84s. Absolutely. Lottie Trentham, the class of 84. Todd Young, 85. We move up then to Blaine Smith and Heath Corzette, both of them from the class of 89. Chesley Maggart from the class of 1990. Then we jump all the way up to 01. That was a good basketball team.
Right.
That 01 team. Keith Dennis, Tony Kerr, Justin Neal, Daniel Nolan, also a member of that really good team. My nephew Brandon Morgan also was a member and a good player on those teams as well. He's not here this evening. Mark Zell and Keith Long, as well as Daniel Cordray from 02. Jake Dinsmore from the class of 2010, as well as Lee Young of 2012. And the big man Keaton Duncan, also a 2012 player who's currently playing up at NCMC. He rounds out the roster there. On the white team, they've got youth on their side. They've got guys that are, a lot of them still in college at this point, playing on their team. They started off, though, with their coach, Darren Smith, class of 83, along with Terry Pat Thorne, the proprietor at TP's Barbershop. He was an 84 graduate. We talked about the 17 rebounds or something like that he averaged a game his senior year. He was a horse down there.
Yes,
his kid isn't going to be far behind him. That's a big, strong young man.
Yes.
Jason Finney and Nathan Finney, that's for the class of 94 and 96, respectively. We're at Brad Coyne and Sean Neal from 98, Jeremy Myers from 03. Then we move up to 04 and Josh Muck, Todd Sparks from 05. Then we got a lot of 10 and 11s in here. Willie Howe and Cody Smith from the class of 2010. Cody Smith, a 2,000-point scorer in his career. Willie Howe not far behind in the scoring realm. Your son, Tanner Baker, a longtime starter at point guard for those very good basketball teams. Tanner's out here tonight. Rick Tate, also out here. He's from the class of 2011, along with Cole Seifert. And 2013, a new daddy and everything, Derek Nifong, going to be out here playing this evening as well. That's quite a roster. You got to say that it leans towards the white team in this one.
It looks like it. Looks like youth's on their side here.
Youth and all that, but it's going to be a lot of fun. Clint Baker, my old teammate and classmate and good friend, joins me here for the broadcast. Jim Bly here with us as well. Thanks to our many sponsors. I'm going to run them down, then we're going to take an actual break before we get things started here in this one. Our list of sponsors, it's a good one too. Let me tell you that. It's they include Parsons Creek General Store, James Cowan Trucking Incorporated, the Cowan family, that's James, Carrie, Callie, or James, Carrie, Kaylee, Ashley, Emily, and Jace. Mr. Bill's Barbecue and Catering Service of Hamilton, Bill and Pam Englert, the proprietors there. PC's Workwear in Chillicothe, the Bank of Brookfield Purdon at Meadville. Dave Mayberry, he's your United Country Graham Agency agent, as well as Ron Bowyer, your Lewis Hybrids dealer here in Meadville. 4D Guns and Ammo of Wheeling, Jim Donahoe, the owner. Bill Tompkins Flooring, as well as Craig's Ag Repair in Meadville. That's Craig and Diane Ward. Kathy Bowyer, she's your local Mary Kay consultant in Meadville. Bill and Carolyn Tompkins on board for the broadcast tonight, as well as Butterfield and Associates Grain in Meadville, TP's Barbershop in Chillicothe, and Steve and Bev Howe, your local Asgrow DeKalb dealers. Again, Rod Tompkins, Clint Baker. We'll take a break. Back with the start of the men's game right after this here on 810 WHB TV. 4D Guns and Ammo of Wheeling, Missouri wants to welcome you to this broadcast of the Meadville Alumni Games. 4D offers a full line of guns and ammo. They're located at 11297 Atlas Road in Wheeling, Missouri. You can give them a call at 816-668-3667. Also, be sure to like them on Facebook. 4D Guns and Ammo want to emphasize just how important firearm safety is. Always use the utmost in care and responsibility anytime you're handling a firearm. That message brought to you by the good folks at 4D Guns and Ammo in Wheeling, Missouri. Are you needing personal attention from your bank? If so, come by the Bank of Brookfield Purdon in Meadville, where they'll welcome you with their friendly service. Ask about their personalized checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, internet banking, and free bill pay. They have 4 locations for your convenience: Meadville, Brookfield, Purdon, and Winnigan. Check them out online at www.bankbp.com. The Bank of Brookfield Purdon, proudly serving our communities since 1894. Tonight's Meadville Alumni Games are sponsored in part by your local Mary Kay consultant, Kathy Bowyer. For all your Mary Kay needs, give Kathy a call, 660-938-4190. That number again, 660-938-4190. People depend on you. You can depend on us. Lewis Hybrids. Ron Bowyer is your Lewis Hybrids dealer in Meadville, and he delivers year-round service. For more information on Lewis Hybrids, contact Ron Bowyer at 660-752-7845. Lewis Hybrids, one field at a time. Mr. Bill's Barbecue and Catering Service of Hamilton, Missouri is a proud supporter of the Meadville Alumni Game. Let us cater your next special event. We do weddings, banquets, business meetings, and family reunions. You have a party? We'll cater it. You've had the rest, now try the best. Mr. Bill's Barbecue and Catering, 816-583-4807 or 816-465-0172. Welcome back to Meadville High School, the Meadville Alumni Games. Rod Tompkins alongside Clint Baker here for this one. Jim Bly here as well. And we had a few technical difficulties during the halftime or the between game period there, and they were honoring that 93-94 team, and we apologize for either missing a portion or a great deal of that. Hopefully that might be recorded. We'll certainly, if it is, I'll do my best to get that together whenever we get the DVDs out. Technology, a great thing, Mr. Baker. Sometimes it fails us.
Sometimes it does. Stuff happens.
And again, we really appreciate the great group of sponsors, and without them, this broadcast wouldn't have been possible, or it certainly would have been at a lot of people's cost anyway, and we appreciate all the fine supporters here tonight. These teams being introduced out here, Chuck Haney. And I'll tell you what, we talk about the longevity of some of these players and these teams and things like that. There's a guy with some longevity right there, Mr. Chuck Haney. I'll tell you what, you'll be hard-pressed to find a guy who's given more to the communities around this area than Chuck Haney.
Oh, without a doubt there. That guy's special.
And I say that partially because it's true. I also like the guy. He's my good buddy, so I'm a long-time broadcast partner. And wish we could have had him up here tonight, but he's running through those players right now. Daniel Cordray, the last guy introduced there. Of course, the very, very good player. Also, don't challenge him on the golf course.
Well, I hear he's leaving Chillicothe now.
Right. Jim Bly, you might be able to give him a challenge on the golf course. Us, however, probably not.
He's been at Chillicothe Country Club for the last couple of years, and apparently I heard from somebody, a good source the other day, he's moving on, and I can't remember exactly where, but be sad to see him go. He does a lot of good over there.
His parents, of course, Bob and Shirley Cordray, and I'll tell you this much, I don't think I could take Bobby Cordray on the basketball court still.
I doubt it.
Certainly can on the golf course.
Oh, without a doubt there.
And these two teams, they look a little mismatched at this point. Mark Zell, I know, on the men's side of things, was the guy responsible for putting this whole event together, really, in conjunction with Holly Birch-Boxley as well. I'll tell you this, I don't know whether they drew teams, picked teams, or what they did, but I'll tell you what, we'll see how this one turns out. It looks a little mismatched. We may find out we're wrong, though. Tell you what, if Trentham gets hot, there ain't no stopping him.
Right. If Lonnie Trentham gets on, look out, boys. That was a Willie Howe before Willie Howe.
Exactly. We compared the two earlier. They both, of course, Trentham did not have the three-point line, along with the guys like Ron Holster and Dick Tharp that didn't have a three-point line to benefit their great careers. But if they had, their point totals would have been through the roof. There's no question about it. It's going to be a lot of fun out here, though. I saw Lonnie warming up before the game. He doesn't shoot it quite as well as he used to.
Right. He was telling me before the game he couldn't make anything at the three-point line, so he backed up out of bounds, and he started making them.
Right, 27, 28 foot. They say that's him and Willie Howe range out there. I said, well, it used to be that they'd usually start guarding him when he got off the bus because he might fire one up from there.
That's right.
And you hear Chuck right there still running through some of the members of this team. And we talked about this during the ladies' game there, Clint. How many people you think are in here? We're estimating somewhere between 600 and 700.
It's got to be close to it. This place is pretty full.
Pretty packed. And the cool thing about it, it's all purple and white in here tonight instead of an opposing team or anything like that. Not often you'll get the Meadville faithful on both sides cheering them on.
That's true.
We're about ready to go here for this one, and we're going to see, of course, Clint's had the benefit of, after your military days, living here around the area, and you've seen most of these players play at some point or other. There's, of course, a few years there when you were away serving our country and things like that. You think you know them all?
I'm pretty sure I do.
That's awesome. Somebody's got to keep me up to speed. Run down who we've got out there for the purple team. I know most of them, Clint, but who are the five we're going to start off with?
It looks like Tony Kerr, Dustin Neal, Keith Dennis, Mark Zell, and Keaton Duncan.
They do have some nice size on that team and some strength. Mark Zell, a real strong player. Blaine Smith, I noticed down here playing this evening. We'll see if he gets out on the court. Mark Zell, definitely a strong player. Keith Dennis, a fine player in his own right back in the day.
That's a good team.
That was that 01?
02, 01, 02.
Dustin Neal, good size to him as well. He was a dominant force back in the day.
He was.
All right, I see Darren Smith and Terry Thorne out there so far for the white team, along with Willie Howe, Cody Smith. Who's our other member?
And Josh Muck.
Josh Muck, okay. Really wish I'd have had the benefit of you. That had to be kind of a neat experience for you in the women's game, both your daughter and your wife out there playing.
Right.
Were they on the same team? I can't remember.
I think they were.
Okay, it would have been more fun to watch them get after one another out there.
Right. I missed most of the game. So.
John Schmidt's going to be our referee here. Along with Colton Friesner.
That's what it looks like, Colton, I think.
He's going to get a chance to call him on somebody as opposed to having him call on himself. We talked a little bit. A tough loss last night for the Eagles. They went down to Novinger.
Boy.
Heard it probably shouldn't have went that way. Got a little cold down the stretch, I guess. They led it by 12, headed into the final period. Is that right?
Right. 11, I think. 11, and then I don't know what happened.
Bottom line, they don't mean a whole lot now.
Right.
Ones come district tournament time, that's when you don't want to lose one.
Right. Dustin Neal.
Just like you would have done it about 13 years ago.
Right.
Willie Howe going to bring it up. Over to Cody Smith it goes. Little alley-oop pass over the top, and I'll tell you what, the pass was there. Willie Howe couldn't get it to go down, shot it over his old teammate Keaton Duncan.
Right.
Zell fires up the three-pointer. Good-looking shot. Rebound comes down to Willie Howe.
We're running now.
Smith into the lane. Leads
to
it down.
Smith.
Smith to Smith. Father and son there. Darren Smith knocked to the floor. Bit of a flop, maybe. What do you think?
Maybe. Oh, he's coming out of the game. He may be hurt now.
Oh, he may be done for the night. Oh, that's who I think that is coming into the basketball game.
He's shooting free throws.
Got to come in and shoot for him. Of course, his son, Derek Smith, who you see him make his way out to the free throw line. There was a time they didn't think he was going to be making his way anywhere again. A big round of applause, standing ovation for Derek Smith. New father in his own right, and has fought to make his way back from a tough car accident, and got to come in here and shoot a pair. Knocks it right down. Didn't lose that stroke at all, and My guess, Derek Bob been practicing a little.
Maybe.
Hits them both, and 2 points for Derek Smith. And I tell you what, that was a great deal right there. They're going to help him make his way off the court, and I think Darren going to go back over there and take over for his son, or he may come out of the game as well.
No, he subbed in. Looks like Nathan Finney, I think. Yeah, it's Nathan.
Okay, thank you for clearing that up for me.
I haven't seen Nathan forever. There's a steal here.
Josh Muck with the steal. Has his shot blocked. That's Mark Bell with the block. They say he hacked him.
He kind of blocked it.
Both of them pretty physical players in their day, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
I'm guessing both of them just a little bit wider than they were back then.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
I'm a little wider, not side to side, but front to back. I'm a little wider.
I think everybody is.
That one knocked in. The white team leads it 4-2 as Muck hits that one.
That's Tony Kerr. The ball. Oh.
Keith Dennis got bailed out right there. Just want to say Dave Mayberry with United Countries Graham Agency is your go-to guy, whether you're buying or selling residential or farm properties. Find out what's out there on the market right now, or if you have a new listing. Give Dave Mayberry a call, 660-247-1515, or you can check out all the listings at grahamsold.com. Had to do a little work there for
me. Right. Got a few new players on the court. Sean Neal.
For the purple, it looks like we still got Keaton Duncan, Mark Zell, Tony Kerr.
Right.
Dustin Neal and Keith Dennis, correct?
Correct.
Okay, my work here is done. We got Cody Smith, Willie Howe,
Sean Neal,
Nathan
Finney,
and Josh Muck. Thank you. That one's short of the mark. Rebound to Zell, though. Stick back. He can't get it. Battles for the rebound.
Nathan.
Finney takes it out of there. I'll tell you what, this is a somewhat younger group, but I'm pretty impressed with these guys so far.
So far.
I ain't coming up here and playing with them anytime soon.
No.
Toby Seifert says he walked with it.
They have an old men's league on Wednesday up here.
Not one old enough for me.
No, not old enough for me either.
You been playing some? I know you've been running, partner.
I ain't been playing any.
Have you caught up with the wife in the running department yet?
Oh, no.
I didn't hardly think so. Not many of us will, ever.
No.
Willie Howe thought he was going to take the step back three. Instead, comes into the elbow. Comes up short on that one. That Kerr with the rebound.
Kerr it is.
Mark Zell got a pass beyond the arc, didn't take it. Drives in. Keaton Duncan, easy money for him right there.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't know whether they're still in the midst of their season. I would assume they are still
at
NCMC. I doubt he'll get real physical, of course. He's more of a finesse guy.
I know the men didn't play today. The women did at Trenton. They play in Fort Scott, Kansas today.
Okay. Zell has his pass thwarted. Finney over there to knock it away. We have both Finneys on the court there for a second? I think we did.
We did. Or did we?
One just sat down.
Yeah, Nathan did. That's Sean.
That's Sean Neal?
Right.
Okay.
We got a whole new group here on the white team. Got some young ones.
All right. Got Rick Tate in there, it looks like. Along with Derek Dyfong. Tanner Baker. And who else we got out there on the white?
Todd Sparks and Jeremy Myers.
We expect old 24 in white there to chuck up a three, maybe?
Maybe if he gets a chance.
We know he'll run the floor and distribute the basketball. Did that for several years at the point for Darren Smith's team.
Right.
Todd Young, Lee Young coming back into the game.
Did Tanner wear those shoes so you could spot him on the floor?
I'm not sure where those come from.
Daniel Cordray out to join the fray as well.
Right. He'll look for a long bomb from him, too.
Chesery Maggard on the floor as well.
Correct.
Been a long time since I'd seen him. DK with the basketball off to Tanner Baker. Tanner surveys and finds Tate. He kicks it back out.
Sparks is a little short on the three.
Saved back in. Hand off to Tate, who gets by with the carry. They aren't too harsh. Some good passing. Back out it goes. Tate fires the three, short of the mark.
Dustin Neal. Todd Sparks.
Todd Sparks, he's scrappy.
He's scrappy. He always was. He wouldn't find anybody playing any harder than him.
Tell you what, like watching guys like Todd Young play. You can tell he comes from that same era. We used to play the same type of basketball that we play. Only better than me, but
way better than me.
I told him, I said, our options back in the day, of course, we played on that, would have been the team in 85 we would have played together, I believe it was, and was the Maggard out to retrieve that one. I said, I remember those days well. I said, I played plenty. I said, I remember what the options were. When you get it, pass it to Holzer.
Right.
And if Holzer's not open, you pass it to Young, and if we couldn't find Young open, one of us had to find our old good buddy Roe Timmons somewhere, give him the basketball. If we couldn't get it to either one of them, we might get a chance to take a shot then.
Right.
Lee Young with it. Up, couldn't get it. And tell you what, some folks might have seen a Facebook video I had a couple years ago of Lee Young, his senior year here, putting on a pretty impressive dunking demonstration right here at the Meadville Gymnasium. I had that up for quite a while. And Lee looks like he's getting ready to go play tight end somewhere or something. He's put on a lot of muscle since high school.
Quite a bit.
What's he doing these days? Do you know?
I think he's a pipe fitter.
Really?
I think that'll put it on you.
It sure will. It'll also put it right in your bank account, too.
Yes, it will.
So good to hear that Lee's doing well. I didn't ask Todd when he was up here. That's Sparks with the ball. Over to Tanner Baker. Baker to Tate. Tate will take the three from the baseline. Can't get it. Tip-in attempt, no good. Rebounded out of there by Todd Young. Good outlet, too. Spin move off the bucket and in. Circus shot for Lee Young. That one should draw some pretty good applause. I'd like to see him. I don't know, with that extra muscle he's carrying, I wonder if he can still throw it down.
I don't know. I'd like to see him try. I think Tanner was trying to stay out of his way.
Yeah, try to get out of the way and let him get in there. I know Tanner always looking to feed a teammate. Into the lane, back out to Baker. His three on the way. He nailed it. I'll tell you what, you get a game like this that's this free-flowing, you better not leave him standing open out there. He's going to hurt you. 8-7. Todd Young fires it.
Oh, almost.
The rotation was good.
Right.
Nifong brings it up, gives it off to Rick Tate.
Jeremy Myers fired up a three, just missed.
Didn't look like too bad a shot. Young brings it up.
Jeremy plays quite a bit still.
That'll certainly help. Cordrake can't hit that one.
They can. He comes up and plays with the high school kids. They can credit him with some of the good play that they've had over the years.
Still gets after him pretty good.
Yes, he does.
Class of 98, somewhere in that neighborhood, I think he comes from. Or is it newer than that?
I'm not sure. 01 maybe?
It's 03, I'm sorry.
03. We're trying to make him old.
Yeah, we are. Young with it to Young. Now back to Todd Young. Shot fake. Dumps it in down low, and Jake Dinsmore couldn't handle it. It was a pretty good pass.
Good pass.
Of course, Jake getting things done these days. Joins his dad down at Butterfield and Associates Grain, and Nelson Dinsmore joins him down here, and after graduating from MU, did it in about 2.5 years, too.
Right.
And obviously a really bright kid, a good kid, and a good family that he comes from.
Oh, boy, we got the oldies but the goodies out here now.
We got Lonnie Trenham out there, along with Kerr, Blaine Smith, Dustin Neal, and whoever's hiding down there. Is that
Heath Corzette?
Heath Corzette, I thought it was.
Jason Finney just took a shot.
Yeah, job of closing out on the ball he did right there. Heath Corzette.
I think he still moves pretty good. Lonnie's
legs went away from him right there.
Right.
He was out warming up before the game, shooting the ball pretty well. Class of 84. Somebody's getting their hacks in down there. That was is that Dustin Neal with the foul?
I think it was Dustin. And Muck puts it in.
Get a few text messages from folks when we had our little technical difficulty. We should be back up and running. In fact, I'm told we are and have been for quite some time, but didn't answer people back. Was kind of involved with calling things here, but apologize for any difficulties we had. And again, appreciate all of our supporters and sponsors. A miss from the elbow.
Jason Finney.
Terry Thorne out there on the floor again now. I guarantee you, if you need a...
There's Terry.
They triple teamed him. Apparently, they feared him a little bit there. They closed in on him and took the basketball away. Tell you what, if you need a good hard screen set, Terry Pat Thorne's your man.
He is that.
Oh! That Blaine Smith hits the floor. Saving it back in. Who did he throw that off of?
Jason, I think. Jason Finney.
Jason Finney. Heath Corzette to trigger the inbound over on the baseline. Well, no look past to Lonnie Trenham. Look at that fanciness. Trenham, his shot knocked away. Terry Thorne with the rebound. Looks for an outlet.
You're not going to take it away from Terry Pat Thorne.
Yeah, probably not without a firearm or something.
Right.
Josh Muck with the ball. They dump it in down low, and we hear the ever so rare whistle.
Right. Finney was fouled.
Nelson and his crew at Butterfield & Associates Grain in Meadville are your full-service ag professionals, whether it's seed, feed, fertilizer, or custom spray application. They have a product or the answer for you. They also have a certified crop advisor on staff, so for all your ag-related needs, call Butterfield Associates Grain, 660-938-4116. You can also check them out online at butterfieldgrain.com. Inside it goes. Corzette couldn't hit the bunny.
Tony Kerr out
chance
the top.
To reset it. Kerr, spin move. Fires it up just inside the arc. We've got one in the books, and we're right where we started, Clint Baker.
All right.
We're tied. 8-8 our score here in the men's alumni games at Meadville. Period number 2 coming up here in about a minute or so. That's all coming up next right here on 810 WHB TV. Parsons Creek General Store in Meadville are proud supporters of the Eagles, past, present, and future. Parsons Creek is there for all your convenience needs. They have Hunt Brothers Pizza and Wings, mouth-watering 9-inch toasted grinders and subs, as well as general groceries, pop, snacks, ice cream, ice, and North Central Missouri's largest live bait offering. They also carry men's jeans from big names like Dickies, Key Industries, and Irontown. They also have a nice selection of hoodies, as well as Browning and Wolverine socks, and lots of Meadville Eagle t-shirts, starting at just $4.99. The hours of operation at Parsons Creek are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 7, and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2. Parsons Creek General Store, 207 South Macon Street, Meadville. PC's Workwear, located at 24 South Washington Street in Chillicothe, has a great company philosophy. Supply quality workwear. And we're back here at Meadville High School. We are going to start period number 2 of the boys alumni game, or men's alumni game, I should say. We're tied 8-8. As maybe those rosters a little better than we thought they were, Clint.
A little deceiving there. It looked like the youth was on the white team, but
it's early in the game, though.
It's early.
We may find out in the end. Lee Young off to Duncan in the high post. Steps back, 16-footer. Rattles in and out, no good. Rebound to Keith Dennis. Behind the back pass to Zell. His shot no good, but he'll shoot a pair.
That's a pretty sweet pass, Keith Dennis.
Passes almost as well as he builds houses, from what I understand.
That's right. He is a fine carpenter.
Talked about a few of those tonight. We mentioned guys like the McIntyre family, of course. Another one of our fine builders from around the area here, Danny McIntyre. Had both of his daughters out here playing in the ladies' contest. They're still really tall. That's never changed.
That's never changed. They are tall.
And low it goes. We got the two tough guys banging down low. Terry Thorne and Mark Zell. That's a good battle.
Right. Keith Dennis with a block.
Dennis runs the floor, goes behind the back. Zell in the lane. Ooh. That's it. I hate to tell him. I think Mark Zell even probably getting a little old for the jump stop.
Right. Right.
It would be what it looked like there, at least anyway.
Looked kind of
I can't do it. I'm not saying I can.
Looked kind of hazardous there. Might be hazardous to his health if he keeps doing that.
Right. And he's significantly younger than us, but.
Oh, there goes Terry Pat.
I think it's about the first action Cody Smith's seen, isn't it? He's coming into the game.
He started.
He didn't play a lot, though, in that first period. I saw him out here warming up before the game. I don't think I saw him miss one.
Probably not. He didn't miss very many.
I think his beard will probably score about 10 tonight.
Right. Looks good.
That'd be of course, Mark Zell's going to win the battle of the beards here.
Without a doubt there.
Cody Smith, a strong second. Then we might have to go clear down to Daniel Cordray after that.
Maybe. I'm not sure. Todd Sparks.
Good-looking shot that time. Caught it. Only thing probably kept him from making that, he caught it coming side to side as opposed to catching it straight on. Good-looking shot, though. Couldn't hit it. Young with it over on the right side, guarded by Willie Howe. I think they might have seen each other before.
Right.
Well, off to Duncan. Duncan going to work against a smaller Cody Smith and gives it up to Lee. Young into the lane and to the floor.
And to the floor.
Rod Tompkins and Clint Baker here at the Meadville Alumni Games. You know, the Cowan family have always been a big part of both athletics and academics here at Meadville High School. Kaylee was a member of the great 2008 Lady Eagles squad. Emily's a current Lady Eagle, and nephew Logan Newland, also a big part of Coach Smith's high-flying Eagle boys. The Cowans want to congratulate all the alumni game players and the current and former players on their successes, both past and future. They're coming from James, Carrie, Kaylee, Ashley, Emily, and Jace. Good thing they're not adding any more. That's a lot of names.
That's a lot of names. Willie Howe to the bucket.
Yeah, out of the bucket. He could get there just about at will. Most of the times he was content with firing them up from beyond the arc.
When he got off the bus most of the time.
Exactly. Mark Zell, underhand pass, taken away momentarily, but Lee Young gets it back. He fires up a 25-footer off the front of the rim, no good. Cordray in among the trees, up and in.
Left-handed.
Just like his daddy did it.
Yep.
I went a long three-point attempt, no good. There's Cordray for another rebound. He may be leading this thing in rebounds.
It's possible.
It's not supposed to be working that way.
I don't know. Between him and Tanner, I don't know. They may be the shortest on the floor.
Might be the quickest on the floor, too.
Might be.
Cordray, long three-pointer. Just a little bit off. Rebound. Keith Dennis, and I tell you what, he's had a lot of them here in this.
Right. He always had a good nose for the ball.
Say back in, that's Sparks with it.
Sparks is still pretty fast.
He's only about 7 or 8 years removed from high school. And
right. He's a 05.
05, I believe that is correct.
Yeah, he was in Tony's class, my Tony.
Yeah,
he was a go-getter.
We mentioned your daughter, Tony Baker Kokenauer, earlier, and she not all that far removed from her latest child, your latest grandchild.
Right.
How long ago was that now? A month, maybe?
Month and a half.
Month and a half?
Maybe.
Crew, is that right?
Crew.
All right, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
Yep. Rick Tate, still in good shape himself. Goes up, lays it in. Thought he might, after those days over at Culver Stockton, I thought he might have bulked up, maybe try to throw one down for us there.
I think he was when he was playing all the time.
Now up at going to school at Northwest along with Tanner, right?
Yep.
Jake Dinsmore out of his element a little bit. Has that pass taken away. That's Sparks. Nobody between him and the bucket. Lays it up. Can't get it. Rebound tip, no good. Another tip, no good. That one, no good. And no good again. Sparks, another chance. Teardrop, can't get it to drop. Another miss, and another miss. Who tipped that one in?
Jeremy Myers.
Myers.
He did most of the tipping on that. I would say out of about 8 times, he did about 7.
Right. I'm about to wear myself out.
I'm tired watching.
Lane Smith to Jake Dinsmore. Dinsmore couldn't get it to go. Cody Smith grabs it. He's hacked by Heath Corzette.
That seems to be the how it's going here, the older guys.
Still 15-14. They're hanging in there. They're looking forward to halftime, no doubt. Oh, Willie Howe couldn't buy that one. Went all the way around the rim and never found the bottom of the net. Todd Young going to bring it up out near the right hash. Over to Blaine Smith. Blaine tries to leave it inside for Corzette, who has to save it back in. Of course, Heath, the father of Trevor Corzette, another young man. There's Dinsmore inside. Made that one look pretty easy.
Little jump hook.
Tell you what, he had his defenders pinned on his hip. There was an easy bucket for him. There's Willie Howe, and he goes left hand high off the glass and puts that one in. Todd told me he was only going to give it a couple minutes out there. He's given it more than that already.
Right.
He tries to play it off. He's in pretty good shape, though. Cody Smith finally almost has a handle. Willie Howe picks it up for him instead. Behind the back to Tate. Tate misses the layup. Tipped in by Cody Smith. There's a timeout. As they're tired of the youngsters running, they're going to take a little break here and see if they can regroup. It's 18-17, 2:21 to go here in the second period from the very fun, very well-attended Meadville Alumni games. Back with more right after this here on 810 WHB TV. Steve and Bev Howe are your local Asgrow and DeKalb seed sales agents, and they want to wish everyone involved in tonight's Meadville Alumni games the best of luck. They also want to offer this special message. Don't get hurt, Lindy. The preceding message brought to you by Steve and Bev Howe, your local Asgrow DeKalb dealer. 660-752-7879. Lonnie Trenham got himself a bucket there. They fooled us. They thought they were going to the timeout. It wasn't really a timeout. Apparently it was just a substitution. It's the White reloading here as they've got Tanner Baker out there on the floor now, along with Derek Nifong. Sean Neal.
Josh Muck.
Josh Muck. Almost said Jeremy Muck. Thank you.
Nathan Finney.
Off goes to Duncan. Out there about 18 feet away. He finds Trenham left wing. Dumping it in to Dennis. Dennis turns around, up and under, off the glass, and good. Keith Dennis. Apparently all those houses he's building, none of them brick, because he's not putting any up out here either. He's playing well.
He's doing a good job.
21-18 our score. Make that now 22-18. The Purple leads. So far, our call of the youngsters winning it
looks
is
like
incorrect.
I don't know. Coach Smith may be cutting them a little slack. Sean Neal
with the three right there, and
that 22-foot.
Looked like he'd done it 1,000 times before.
He's done it several times.
Mark Zell with the basketball, guarded by Tanner Baker. Mentioned the extra muscle that Lee Young's put on since high school. Of course, Tanner put on plenty of his own out there. I tell you what, if they'd had some of that muscle, put a little on Keaton Duncan themselves.
Right. That'd have been
those would have really been something to deal with. Those good basketball teams.
Keaton is he's got quite a bit going on.
Well, Trinidad better be careful bending like that. He's going to break his back out there. Goes down low to Nifong. Out to that shot. Keaton Duncan says, I don't think so. Tanner Baker chases it down, though. The White will have another shot at it. Baker leaves it for Muck, and he has his shot blocked out of bounds, I believe, by Mark Zell.
Yes. No, I don't think Mark thought he fouled him. I
don't think he'd act like it even if he did.
Right.
He's a a little stone-faced out there on the basketball court.
It's pretty serious.
Down top it comes now to Baker. He'll put the ball on his hip and go left side. Down low it goes. That's Muck. His shot blocked by Keith Dennis. I'll tell you what, if I'm giving an MVP in this game so far, I'm going to give it to Keith Dennis.
Yeah, he's rebounding, scoring, blocking shots.
Out here showing off is what he's doing.
I think he is.
He's even jawing with John Schmitz a little. Nice pass to him. Up, under. Couldn't get it to fall. Keaton Duncan, long arms, then saves it. Who did he save that off of?
Sean Neal.
Sean Neal. I can't lie. I'm having a problem telling between the Finneys and Sean Neal. I'm struggling with that a little bit.
They got the same haircut. They're all about the same size.
Right.
Alley-oop to Dustin Neal.
We got a half in the books, and hey, I'll tell you what, this one is a tight one. 22-21, our score here. I'd be hard challenged to tell you which one's got the lead.
The purple team.
Purple team with the lead. The older crew with the lead here in this one. 22-21. 5 minutes here for the halftime period. I'm not sure if we're going to recognize any players or do anything like that at the half. We'll quickly take a quick 1 minute timeout, come back after that and see where we're at here on 810 WHB TV. Fine. .40 Guns and Ammo of Wheeling, Missouri wants to welcome you to this broadcast of the Meadville Alumni Games. 4D offers a full line of guns and ammo. They're located at 11297 Atlas Road in Wheeling, Missouri. You can give them a call at 816-668-3667. Also, be sure to like them on Facebook. 4D Guns and Ammo want to emphasize just how important firearm safety is. Always use the utmost in care and responsibility anytime you're handling a firearm. That message brought to you by the good folks at 4D Guns and Ammo in Wheeling, Missouri. Are you needing personal attention from your bank? If so, come by the Bank of Brookfield Purdon in Meadville, where they'll welcome you with their friendly service. Ask about their personalized checking accounts, savings accounts, CDs, internet banking, and free bill pay. They have 4 locations for your convenience: Meadville, Brookfield, Purdon, and Winnigan. Check them out online at www.bankbp.com. The Bank of Brookfield Purdon, proudly serving our communities since 1894. Tonight's Meadville Alumni Games are sponsored in part by your local Mary Kay consultant, Kathy Bowyer. For all your Mary Kay needs, give Kathy a call, 660-938-4190. That number again, 660-938-4190. People depend on you. You can depend on us. Lewis Hybrids. Ron Bowyer is your Lewis Hybrids dealer in Meadville, and he delivers year-round service. For more information on Lewis Hybrids, contact Ron Bowyer at 660-752-7845. Lewis Hybrids, one field at a time. Mr. Bill's Barbecue and Catering Service of Hamilton, Missouri is a proud supporter of the Meadville Alumni Game. Let us cater your next special event. We do weddings, banquets, business meetings, and family reunions. You have a party? We'll cater it. You've had the rest. Now try the best. Mr. Bill's Barbecue and Catering, 816-583-4807 or 816-465-0172. Parsons Creek General Store in Meadville are proud supporters of the Eagles, past, present, and future. Parsons Creek is there for all your convenience needs. They have Hunt Brothers Pizza and Wings, mouth-watering 9-inch toasted grinders and subs, as well as general groceries, pop, snacks, ice cream, ice, and North Central Missouri's largest live bait offering. They also carry men's jeans from big names like Dickies, Key Industries, and Irontown. They also have a nice selection of hoodies, as well as Browning and Wolverine socks, and lots of Meadville Eagle t-shirts, starting at just $4.99. The hours of operation at Parsons Creek are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. until 7, and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 2. Parsons Creek General Store, 207 South Macon Street, Meadville. PC's Workwear, located at 24 South Washington Street in Chillicothe, has a great company philosophy: supply quality workwear that meets the toughest budget. At PC's Workwear, they have scrub tops, pants, sets, prints, solids, and you can also mix and match sizes. They have thousands of different options. They take pride in having the largest scrub selection in north central Missouri, with pricing that's 20 to 50% less than any of their competitors. PC's Workwear is locally owned and operated. To find out more, stop by the store at 24 South Washington in Chillicothe or give them a call at 660-707-0339. Steve and Bev Howe are your local Asgrow and DeKalb seed sales agents, and they want to wish everyone involved in tonight's Meadville Alumni Games the best of luck. They also want to offer this special message. Don't get hurt, Lindy. The preceding message brought to you by Steve and Bev Howe, your local Asgrow DeKalb dealer. 660-752-7879.
You go.
Hey, we're back. We're doing some talking off the air there. I may have been doing it on the air as well. Looks like I got a couple people headed up here, Clint. Looks like Coach Lori Hardy and Holly Birch-Boxley as well.
Right.
I'll let you turn things over to them here in just a moment, and we'll have a few words with them as well. So don't you be running off on me, because I'm going to need you right after this, my friend.
I ain't going anywhere.
All right. We'll see who comes over and joins us. Still a tight one here, 22-21. Tanner Baker looked like he was going to fire that one up, but elected not to do so. Over to Derek Nifong it goes. Clint, I'm going to go grab Coach Hardy here for a minute. Like I said, don't run off. Coach Hardy.
Hi there.
You're number one in our book, Coach. Tanner Baker over to Nifong. Nifong lays it up off the glass. No good. We're going to talk to Holly. We got a lot of things to say to her, because as we're joined by the coach of the 93-94 Lady Eagles and the 95 state championship team, Coach Lori Hardy. Coach, thanks a lot for joining us.
Well, thank you. It's fun being here. Back in this gym and all this crowd, it's a lot of fun.
And you're still here around the area, right? I believe in the real estate business. Is that correct?
I am in the real estate business. I work for United Country Graham Agency, and
we got a guy that you might have heard of, Dave Mayberry, one of our sponsors on tonight's broadcast as well.
Yes, Dave Mayberry. Yep, he's a good guy.
And, of course, you can look whether it's properties that anyone at the Graham Agency has, whether it be Lori or Dave. That's grahamsold.com, is that right?
Yes, it is.
All right, that's the one thing I got right tonight, Coach. So,
hey, you're doing great.
Well, it was as much fun as it looked like out there, you know, with the ladies this evening. Did you get the kind of the competitive juices flowing again and things like that?
Well, I don't know how much competitive juices were flowing, but, we had a great time, and that's part of it at this point, just getting back and getting to see all these girls again, that's about it.
Right, and I was talking a little bit earlier. I saw a post, I believe it was from Holly, about how in the beginning maybe it was a little bit about basketball. In the end, that's not what it's all about at all. It's all about rekindling great friendships with classmates, teammates, and things like that. And as a whole, bringing the whole community here around Meadville all back together in a big reunion-type setting.
That's true. And the nice thing about Meadville supports their school so well. And as you can see tonight in an alumni game, it's been pretty crowded tonight. And, Meadville is basketball, but Meadville has a lot of good people.
And we're guessing about between 600 and 700 if we were guessing in attendance. That's just a guess. That between myself, Lonnie Trinham, Clint Baker, and Todd Young, that's what we figured out. It's got to be right?
Exactly right, from my count, too.
All right, good. Well, as long as we got your approval, we know we're in good shape. There's Todd Young firing up a three-pointer, a little bit strong off the back of the iron. Another oldie but a goodie, Terry Thorne with the rebound on that one. So 27-21 our score. We're joined by former Lady Eagles head coach Lori Hardy, and we also heard tonight about what's going to be happening at this year's Final Fours, the Show Me Showdown. Tell us a little bit about that, Coach.
Well, actually, this is the first year I'd heard about this, but it's called the Traditions, and teams that played 20 years prior will be recognized at the state tournament. And so we will be going down there and being recognized at the 11:30 game on Saturday, March 15th. So our 1994 team will be doing that. That's the team that got fourth. So we're excited about going.
Fourth, of course, came away with the state championship the next year. It doesn't get any better than that, and that kind of immortalizes you in Meadville history.
I don't know about that, but you know what? Meadville has always been home, and it's just, that's the way I look at it. It's home.
How are the folks from Wheeling going to feel about that, though?
I don't know. I have wondered about that, too. But, Wheeling doesn't have a school anymore, and I think Wheeling would support Meadville at this point.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach, we don't want to take up a lot of your time. I know you still got a lot of folks to catch up with, reminiscing and things like that. It's a pleasure talking to you before the games. I really enjoyed talking to you here after. And best of luck there with the Graham Agency, and wish you a lot of success there, and hope to see you around a whole lot more.
Thank you very much. Thanks for doing this. This has been great.
Absolutely. That's Coach Lori Hardy. Now we're going to be joined by the point lady, we're going to call her, and the person responsible for these alumni games and the reunion of the 93-94 team. That's Holly Birch-Boxley. Holly, thanks a lot for coming up.
Thank you.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've put together big events before in some of my broadcasting, big banquets, things like that, having to get a lot of different things together. There's a lot of work that goes into these things. Did you realize just how much when you got started?
Well, maybe not. I can tell you honestly, though, it's been a labor of love, and I certainly haven't done everything that's gone on here tonight alone. I know that Mark Zell did a great job helping to put the roster together for the men's game. Of course, the Boosters Club, they planned everything with scorekeepers, gatekeepers, spaghetti dinner, all the silent auction things. So certainly didn't do it alone, but I am so pleased, proud of the turnout that's here tonight.
All right, we're all proud of our community here. Of course, most people know that I reside here in Meadville, too, and went to school here for a long period of time. Very proud of the way this town, this part of the country, we talked about it being the heartland and everything like that, whether it be to support a couple of kids that are currently playing basketball who were involved in accidents and things like that, or whether it be getting people together for a big event like this. The whole community behind it, the school, the administration, everybody behind it. It's just great to see, and makes us all proud and happy to be from where we're from.
I completely agree. We had a little bit of a scrimmage last night with just girls, and the few of us that were standing around that don't live here anymore talking about it, there is just something special about being from Meadville. And I mean, it's been nearly 20 years since I've graduated, but this is still home.
And I'll tell you what, you have obviously done a good job of keeping yourself in shape over the years. Did a nice job out there. Didn't seem to be winded or anything like that. Scored some points and everything.
I don't know if you were watching the game that I played in or not, but I appreciate that. My husband so kindly pointed out to me that I shot like 16% from the field and had a block shot, so I don't know if we were watching the same game or not, but it was fun.
So that's a block more than he had and a better percentage than he shot, since he didn't shoot at all either.
Yeah, no, it was just so much fun to get out there, and I don't know, I'm really proud to be a part of the ladies that were out there tonight, because there are so many great athletes out there. There's lots of people that have great accomplishments, and I know that after graduation they've gone on to accomplish a lot too.
I'll tell you what, your whole family out in support of you. I believe I saw your mom and dad. That's Tom and Linda Birch earlier.
Yep.
Saw brother Tony as well.
Yep.
And saw your sister Mindy, I believe,
know,
too. Is that
they're
right?
all here. The Birch gang is all here, out in full force.
And that's great to see. Great to see. A lot of work went into it. A lot of fun had. And are you going to go 20 years between the next one?
I don't know. I actually was kind of touting this as the first Meadville alumni game.
Could be annual as opposed.
It could be, but the beautiful Joyce Serber pointed out to me that Meadville did used to have alumni games back in the day, but I would say this is probably the first time we've had this event in maybe 3, maybe 4 decades. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if there's someone else maybe locally that wants to help get something like this together and make it an annual event.
Right, and we need the boys to take it a step further and go ahead and get a state title like you ladies did back in the day. Go ahead and pick one up, so we'll equal things up on the boys and girls side of things around here.
That would be so awesome. And actually, when we go down for the Traditions event at the Final Four this year, our team has talked about how cool it would be if either the girls or the boys were down there whenever we're recognized, and how special that would be.
Both of them having great seasons. You're right.
They do. They have an opportunity.
No doubt about it. Boy, I tell you what, we were up here when Lonnie were up here and Todd was up here with me earlier. As we look over there, we see a lot of familiar faces and great supporters of Meadville High School and Meadville basketball over the years. We see people like Virgil and Jan Smith over there,
yep.
Ronald and Joyce Serber, a great couple like you'd mentioned. My parents, they're on board for the broadcast tonight, sponsors of it as well. Your mom and dad over there, see Farrell Warren, see the Duncans, a lot of great people like that, and their faces that were still here in these same seats back whenever I was playing, which was long before your time, and everything like that. it just never ends. And like you say, it's a special place.
It is a special place. I'm just really proud to be from this community, and there's certainly those folks that you can always count on to support you. And I think back to 20 years ago, and we had the Purple Wave that traveled with us every time we went to games, and I think that we probably shocked state officials by how big our crowd was when we got to the Final Four, and it's humbling.
And played those at Hearns, of course, back in the day whenever you ladies went down there. It's probably a little more of a homey atmosphere and can kind of see that whole thing a little bit better when you get down there in Hearns as opposed to Mizzou Arena, even though it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, I think that Hearns definitely holds a special place for all of us. And if you'll remember, Shanna tore her ACL, I guess that would have been the quarterfinal game our junior year, and she didn't get to play whenever we were there our junior year. And so when we made it back our senior year, we all kissed the center of the floor at the Hearns Center in honor of Shanna, and those are our special memories from that building.
That's pretty neat and a very interesting story. Thanks for sharing that with us. I'll tell you what, Holly, we'll let you get back to doing some things. Thanks a lot for coming up, bringing Coach Hardy along with you. Really enjoyed it. Thanks for helping promote the broadcast and everything. Of course, I'm going to put together a nice donation for the Meadville Booster Club. That on behalf of myself and WHB TV as well. Again, thanks for everything. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
That's Holly Burks-Boxley, the coordinator and the organizer of this event. That shot put up well off the mark. Blaine Smith battling for the rebound. Thank you very much, ladies. Now we're gonna get our next victim over here, and she says no. I'm turned down for the. We'll get her over here. It's going to be Stacy Hicks Baker, class of 1988. Had to have a lot of fun out there tonight, didn't you, Stacy?
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was good to see some old people and new people that we don't get to play with. So.
Got to get out there and play with your daughter too.
I did. We had a great time. You know, she just had a baby not too long ago.
About a month and a half ago, Clint
she
was saying.
did, but she was on the court and she did a great job.
Every bit as fast, it seemed like, and as scrappy as she ever was.
Yes.
You got to quit making the rest of us look bad. Quit doing all this running and staying in great shape and everything like that, because it's making the rest of us look bad, really.
Well, I think I'm going to be feeling that tomorrow. A little bit different than the distance running I'm used to.
Right, but still, obviously, it was a lot of fun out there. I saw a lot of smiles and everybody getting out there. And clear back to the class of 1975 or 76,
it's 75, I think, Sherry.
Sherry Crookshanks-Williams, my hat's off to her.
Yeah, she did a great job.
And,
she's had some health problems, and it didn't stop her from getting out there. She did a great job.
So if you were guessing, I intended to ask Holly, but you're a good one to ask on this. If you were guessing, which of the ladies you think was in the gym working out and shooting the most before these games?
I'm definitely sure it was the younger girls.
You think? I thought it might have been you.
No, I actually didn't hit the gym until tonight before when we were warming up. That was the first time I picked up a basketball all year.
Wouldn't surprise me if it was Jenny Veach Collins either. I tell you what, she looked great out there, still throwing those tremendous zip passes that she always threw.
And as quick as ever.
As quick as ever, and she about hurt a couple people. That was very reminiscent of her playing days as well.
Yeah, and there's a couple of times I bounced off the McIntyre girls as well, but being 6 foot tall versus my height at 5'3", it's a little bit difficult to defend someone like that.
That's right. We mentioned several times throughout the broadcast, they're still tall.
They are.
Stacy Hicks Baker's been our guest here. Stacy, thanks for coming in and having a few words with us. Always good to see a great ambassador to the school, to the community. Do a lot of great work in Chillicothe as well. Always a pleasure, my friend.
Thanks so much. Good to speak with you.
All right, thank you. Again, that's Stacy Hicks Baker, and for the class of 1988 out there playing this evening, making the rest of us look bad. Now Clint's going to join. How come you didn't get out there and play, Clint?
I had
Same
guard.
reason I didn't?
I had guard. I had drill with the National Guard.
Oh, did you? Well, that kept you busy at least anyway.
Right.
Heath Corzette didn't have to be at that?
He had a meeting today.
I see. He finagled things. He's a big dog in charge over there, pretty much, isn't he?
Right. He's a readiness NCO.
There's Rick Tate in and knocks that one in. Got away from the game. You saw it all. We did a lot of talking up here. That was a lot of fun talking to the ladies.
Right. We're still tight. 33-33.
33-33, and I'm going to have to go and say I was wrong, apparently.
Apparently, we were both wrong.
It's not the first time we've been wrong together, is it?
No.
Probably not.
Probably won't be the last either.
Yeah, I would have to say so. Rick Tate clangs that one off the back of the rim, and Mark Zell says, give me that.
Lonnie Trenham was standing down there wide open. They missed him.
I accused Trenham. I accused Lonnie of he might have cherry-picked a little back in the day. What do you think?
He was very good at it.
He was very, very good at it. He was a hard worker, but he was not opposed to finding his spot and spotting up to hit that long shot. It would have been a three most times for him, but only the two-pointer back in the day. And we talked about guys like him, also guys like Dick Tharp and Ron Holzer, who didn't have the benefit of a three-point line back in their playing days. You can only imagine how many they would have scored.
I don't know how many points they would have scored.
About 40,000 for Tharp, we figured out.
Right. Something like that.
Cody Smith into the paint, able to hit the shot. Always had a pretty nice outside shot, but I tell you what, when Cody got in that paint, he elevated back in his high school playing days. He was unstoppable.
There was hardly anybody could stop him.
Is this the first lead for Team White?
It is.
Team White, the youth.
No, I think they were ahead like 4-2 or something.
It's 35-33 as we speak right now. Bill Tompkins Flooring specializes in the installation of hard surface flooring solutions to include hardwood, ceramic, and laminates. They service a large area, ranging everywhere from southern Iowa to here in north central Missouri. They also install backsplashes and tile shower enclosures as well. If you have a flooring project coming up in the near future, give my brother Bill a call for a free estimate. His number 515-729-7871. You can even watch an old guy put in some flooring because I might happen to show up as well. 35-33, the White out in front. The youth is barely and narrowly surged into the lead here.
I think Darren's drawn up. He's got the board out or something down here. We got some master plans going on.
They're going to do that little alley-oop inbound play they like to do. I look for him to do that one where Lee Young always would catch the ball off from Tanner. He'd catch it and go to the hoop with it.
Right.
Never come down to the ground. I love that play. They still run it a lot.
I don't think they're going to do it with Duncan in there.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I don't think he'll get it over Duncan.
Yeah, probably not. That would be a little bit rough. But out there for the purple team is going to be Lee Young, Keith Dennis, along with
Tony
Pete
Kerr.
Corzette, Tony Kerr, and Keaton Duncan.
Right.
Looks like elsewhere we're going to have, for the White, we're going to have Todd Sparks, Josh Muck,
Nathan Finney,
Jason. Sean Deal.
That's Jason.
Okay, that's how I told you I had them confused.
Brothers, 2 years apart.
I remember him
Jason
pretty well from a few years ago, but
Jason could really jump.
Got some ups. Tanner Baker out on the court as well. Little pinball pass taken away. That's Heath Corzette who snatches that one. And all the best going out to his son Trevor Corzette. Of course, his mom Angie as well. Best going out to them. Trevor battling back was here at the homecoming game. That was great to see him then.
Right.
I'm not sure exactly what his status is right now. Do you have any idea?
He's doing a lot better. He's at home. I think he came home last Friday.
Tanner Baker with about a 300-footer just off the mark.
It's like 28 feet or something.
It's out there in Lonnie Trenham range.
Right. Dick Tharp.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure there was a range that could have stopped Dick Tharp.
Right.
It was a long time ago, but I tell you what, it seemed like he was literally shooting from the hash mark all the time.
And he
was hitting
like
them
it
about 60% of the time. I went off the mark from Lee Young. Tanner with the rebound, goes behind the back. I know he's still playing a lot of basketball.
He actually isn't.
Really?
He said it's too cold. He don't want to walk to the gym.
I know when he's at home, at least he's up here playing
right.
if the gym's open anyway.
Yeah,
I see him searching out Facebook for some games here and there.
Yeah, at Maryville, they're like 10 blocks from the gym. And his roommate plays baseball, so.
Oh, really? Is he with Zach?
Yeah, he's with Zach
Douglas. And, hey, you remember a summer, I would guess, probably about in the neighborhood of 30 years ago about 32 years ago that we spent in Maryville?
Yep.
I know how hot it was. It was about 400 degrees up there that summer.
I believe it was close to that anyway.
Keith Dennis lets his feelings be known. I'm not going to share with you what he had to say.
No, I don't think we can say that.
And Keith not just a little competitive out there, you think, is he?
I'm pretty sure he's a little competitive because that's his good friend John Smits that just called the foul on him.
A little fire in him. You got to love to see that.
I got here at 3, and he had been here, I think, 2 hours before that. So he's been working out all day.
Right.
Here comes the beef, Terry Pat Thorne.
Yes, and Cole Seifert.
Cole, a strong young man in his own right. That one does not fall.
The second one.
Kerr with the rebound. He brings it up, guarded by Baker. Makes a nice move down the left side. Cut off, though. Inside it goes to Dennis. Dennis stripped on his way up. I think Tanner got a paw in there to take that one away from him.
I think he may have fouled him. I think he got away with one.
Well, Keith didn't show any response to that one.
Right.
That one does not fall.
I think he wants to win.
I think he does too. I like it. We're going to go to the free throw line now. We'll keep Dennis. 6 minutes, 14 seconds left to decide this one.
There goes Marvin Lambert, another real good player here at Meadville.
I know he could get up and throw it down.
Yes, he could.
Back here living in Meadville now, correct?
Right.
Terry Thorne, what a job. He saved it in. He, of course, that ended up getting it, not his own teammate, but I'll tell you what, that was some fine effort. Lee Young, long shot, no good. Front of the iron, goes out of bounds. 35-34, our score.
I'm surprised at the low score, really.
Like I was saying before, I'm not sure there's anyone around the Meadville community that has any more pride or spirit when it comes to our little corner of the world here than Craig and Diane Ward. They're good citizens of our area here, and Craig is also the proprietor at Craig's Ag Repair. Anybody that knows him knows there isn't much that he can't fix. He's been doing it for a long time. He's good at it.
That's true.
So thanks to Craig and Diane Ward for their support of tonight's broadcast. I'll tell you what, they found their money man. They're going to him now.
Right.
They're going to keep Dennis. I don't know how many points he's got. I've quit keeping score. Back into the game. Going to come Mark Zell, Todd Young, Daniel Cordray, Dustin Neal. And those are the four that are coming in out there along with Keith Dennis.
Right.
On the purple team.
Keep
for the
staying
white
on the floor.
For the white, we've got
Terry Pat Thorne, Cole Seifert,
Tanner Baker,
and Nathan Finney and Josh Muck.
Thank you, sir.
Muck for a three.
Got a little kick in there when he hit that one. Is that his little trademark move?
It always has been.
I like that. Left hand dribble left side for Cordray. Dumps it down low. Now gets it back.
Oh, there's a patented Terry Thorne rebound.
With authority, as he was known to do. You're right.
He didn't get up quite as high as he used to, but
that whole team could get up.
Yes.
That was a little bit of time ago. That one rebounded by Dennis. He heads to the other end, 1-on-5. Inside it goes to Zell. Zell can't hit it. Kerr with the rebound. His putback no good, and Cole Seifert, I believe, with the rebound. All right. Here come the members of the white team. That's going to be Cody Smith, Willie Howe,
Sean Neal,
and Myers into the game, too.
Jeremy Myers. Rick Tate.
Rick Tate
with the ball.
Hesitation move, gives it off to Smith. He floats in the lane. Back in his playing days, that one would have fallen, and he would have got to go to the line.
Yes, he earned quite a few old-fashioned threes.
New father, not all that long ago himself.
Yeah, maybe 6, 7,
somewhere
8
less
months.
than a year for sure.
Yeah, less than a year.
His wife Haley, I believe it is, isn't it?
I believe that's right.
Cody knocks that one through, and I tell you what, I saw him warming up before the game. I didn't see him miss anything, and here's where it's gut check time for the purple.
Right.
They're down by 6 now, 40-34. Young holds the ball high. Leaves it for Neal, and Neal goes inside with it. That's Dennis. Dennis fights his way to the hoop. Ends up being rewarded with a free throw, an attempt of the free throw line anyway.
It's headed to the charity stripe here.
Dennis, that one falls. Cuts the lead now to 5. Now make it 4. Like I said, it was do or die time, gut check time, and the purple able to come away with it on that one.
The bank was open there by Sean Neal.
Sean Neal hit a nice 3 earlier in the game.
He was a good shooter.
Looked pretty strong. Zell gets it in the far corner. Back off to Young. Young fakes the shot. He was guarded by Myers. Leaves it at the corner for Dennis. Nice pass down low from Dennis. Shot rejected, though. That was Dustin Neal on the shot attempt. A little fall-away shot off the glass and good this time for Dustin Neal. 42-38. This one's going to go down to the wire, my friend.
I think it is.
Cody Smith into the lane.
Oh,
take it away. There comes Todd Young from the blind side to get the steal. Over the top it goes to Zell. Zell cut off by Howe. But he spins, throws glass, and gets it to drop. That's a nice move.
We got the youth out here on the white team.
Willie Howell from way downtown couldn't get it.
That was deep.
That was very deep. We've seen that before. Here come
we're now the
group
youth.
of purple.
We got the youth coming in now here.
All right, we've got Tanner Baker out there, along with Myers, Cody Smith, Willie Howe, and Derek Nifong for the white team.
Right.
For the purple, looks like Keith Dennis,
Lonnie
Dustin Neal, Lonnie Trinham,
Tony Kerr, and Chesery Maggart.
Chesery Maggart, right. Maggart gets it on the baseline. Open there. Didn't fall for him. Rebound torn down by Cody Smith. Has it poked away from Keith Dennis. I'll tell you what, he's getting after everybody tonight.
Yes, he is.
Hey, got a little save there. We'll give Tony Kerr the save as he saves Lonnie Trinham from diving into the crowd.
That could have been not good.
Baker with it. 2:38 to go. He gets a pick from Myers. Finds Willie Howe. Howe's 22-footer. Doesn't get it. That one goes around and off of Lonnie Trinham and out of bounds. And he's got to give it to John Schmitz a little bit.
Just a little.
Did you make the trip to the Novinger game?
I did.
You did? So we've heard a few different things. They were up 11. What went awry?
Cade Shiflett fouled out. He's a way big part of that team.
Right.
And, they did what they could. And there's a lot of fouls.
They lose a lot of things when they lose Cade Shiflett.
A lot.
They lose a lot of size as he's blossomed up to about 6'4" these days. They lose a great three-point shooter. They lose a good defender. And I think one of the best things he does, literally, he handles the basketball exceptionally well. And that's losing an awful lot. A lot to mention at this point, even though he's just a junior, you lose a lot of leadership right there, too.
A lot. He lose a lot there when he goes out.
Early in the year, like I say, or not early in the year, but it's prior to district time. As long as you don't start losing them come district time, you're all right.
Right.
And mid-season losses, I think they're good for teams. It's Kerr with the basket.
Tighten back up, 43-42.
That especially a loss coming against a conference and a district opponent. I guarantee you there won't be a thing about Novinger they overlook the next time they see them.
It was very tight. Meadville come out after the half, scored 20 points in the third quarter.
Willie Howell leaves it for Jeremy Myers. Myers lays it up and in.
And then they dried up. I think they scored 2 points in the fourth quarter.
I heard a little bit of that. Now I've got all of the stories pretty well matched. Behind the back dribble. Willie Howell has it stripped away, and there. Chesery Maggart down there on the floor, along with Kerr getting after him. Here come another crop of relatively young players on the white side.
Oh, yeah. Derek Nifong, Tanner Baker, Josh Muck, Rick Tate, Sean Neal.
I guess we were a little quick to give all the youth away to the white team as Keaton Duncan and Lee Young out there on the purple. Keith Dennis has been the man that's really been balling for the purple side. That's Muck. Couldn't get it to drop. Rebound by Duncan. Outlet it goes to Lee Young. Young cut off short of the basket by Tanner Baker. A nice defensive play. He had an idea what Lee was going to do right there. Right. Step back shot. Rick Tate, no good. Rebound Duncan. 45-42. Still anybody's game. Timeout. Todd Fairchild calls a timeout for the purple squad. We've got 55.1 left to go in this one. It's 45-42. It's been extremely competitive. Let's take a break, come back the other side of that with the conclusion of this one here on 810 WHB TV. 4D Guns and Ammo of Wheeling, Missouri wants to welcome you to this broadcast of the Meadville Alumni Games. 4D offers a full line of guns and ammo. They're located at 11297 Atlas Road in Wheeling, Missouri. You can give them a call at 816-668-3667. Also, be sure to like them on Facebook. 4D Guns and Ammo want to emphasize just how important firearm safety is. Always use the utmost in care and responsibility anytime you're handling a firearm. That message brought to you by the good folks at 4D Guns and Ammo in Wheeling, Missouri. And welcome back. Mr. Baker and I having a discussion of this wonderful weather we've been having here during the break.
Oh, boy. I'm tired of winter, I can tell you that.
I'm tired of the 400-foot mound of snow outside of my house.
Right.
Chuck Haney, my buddy, told me, said I looked like I hadn't had my one car out in years.
It is kind of buried.
It is a little bit. That one was a victim of a deer just north of Meadville here.
You're ready to get back in the race car, aren't you, Clint?
I hope pretty soon. I hope to go to Beatrice, Nebraska March 15th. I'm hoping it's a lot warmer.
Got a lot of supporters around here in the area for your racing. Folks who want to find out how Clint's doing can find him at Baker Racing 17X, I believe it is, on Facebook. Isn't that right?
That's right.
Get on there and like it. I already did. I was hoping I'd get, like a prize or something for liking it, but I haven't gotten it yet.
No prizes. Not yet.
I guess it's just your expertise during the broadcast that I'll have to settle for that.
Right.
You've helped me a lot with the names. I appreciate it, my friend. That's Lee Young with it. Looks inside. I'm not sure. I think they should have moved the ball and looked for a three a little bit more there. Tanner Baker, Lee Young getting after one another, longtime teammates. And
they were running around last night. I'm pretty sure that's a little horseplay there.
Oh, I think so, probably. Baker trying to – that's kind of a difference maker, that shot right there. Makes it a two-possession game.
This could be it here.
That
he didn't get the roll.
It crawled over the front, but got a little bit off on its way. Young, he'll have to – they should look for a two or something now. Of course, the game don't mean a lot. Lee Young, long three, no good. Rebound. Taken down by Josh Muck. That's it off to Nipong, and Baker got to dribble it out. 46-42, going to be the final. The White, the Youth, wins out in the end. 46-42 our final.
Yeah, but not by much.
Not by much. I'll tell you what, pretty competitive, pretty entertaining. I'm still giving the MVP to the purple side. I'm giving it to Keith Dennis. That guy was working his tail off out there.
He did.
46-42. I want to thank you, Clint. I appreciate all your help here. Really helped me out during this one. And knowing who everybody was, I had a pretty good idea on some of them, but there was about a 10-year period where I was away from here that made a pretty big difference. So thanks a lot. Always a pleasure to see you, my friend. Look forward to many more broadcasts and a whole lot more fun together in our lives. Thanks a lot for coming up and helping out.
Sounds good, Rod.
That's Clint Baker, old classmate, teammate, and a good friend of mine, helping out with a lot of the names and the basketball that was going on here this evening. I'll take a quick little timeout, come back and wrap things up after that here on 810 WHB TV.